Well, welcome. This month we have two special guests, and I have First Sergeant Stephen Garcia and First Sergeant Roy Matthew, and they are in charge of the ROTC, Marine Corps ROTC program. So welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's get started. We've started this program probably about 2014. It's been about 10 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Since we've started this, and it has grown some amazing young men and women and cadets. But first, before we get into the program itself, let's introduce a little bit and talk about you. So First Sergeant Garcia, you get us started. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, yes. I'm First Sergeant Garcia. I served 21 years in the Marine Corps. I graduated from Liberty back in 1989.
Oh, watch out now.
Yes,
Back
ma'am.
in the day,
Back
Liberty
in
and
the day.
Dayton, well, they were rivals.
Yes, ma'am. And then like I said, I have 4 kids, 3 sons, 1 daughter. I have 2 grandsons. And actually, as of right now, my daughter is due any day for my first granddaughter. So I'm pretty excited. So I'm on standby right now.
Wow. Okay. I hope you don't get the call while we're here.
Who knows?
You'd be gone, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you. First of all, thank you for your service. I appreciate it. All right. First Sergeant Matthews, tell us about yourself.
First Sergeant Matthews. I'm a graduate of Splendor High School.
Oh my gosh, all in this area. I love it.
Yes, ma'am. Class of 1994.
Oh, you're a baby.
Yes, ma'am. Served 21 years, 7 months in the Marine Corps, active duty. I'm a proud father of 5, grandfather of 7. So they keep us pretty busy.
I did not know both of y'all were grandparents. There is nothing like being a grandparent, is there?
Not at all.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you again for your service. Did y'all know each other back in the service?
No.
Okay. All right. And so let's get started. First of all, thank you for being here. We have an award-winning program and have for the last several years. Can you tell us a little bit about that honor? I'm going to start with you,
Yes, ma'am.
First Sergeant Matthews, because you've been here. You're a newbie to Dayton ISD.
Yes, ma'am. First year.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell
Proud
us.
to say this is my fifth school year already.
Is it 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my.
So this is our 8th year in a row to be awarded the Naval Honor School recipient. So they select 10 schools out of each region. And of course, Region 5 is not Region 5 anymore. We're Region 4. However, in the past, they've selected top 10 out of the schools out of Region 5. And we're proud to say we've been selected 8 years in a row.
Y'all just got selected again?
Yes, ma'am.
I did not know that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we talk about the region. How many ROTC programs are there in the nation that are Marine?
In the old region, there was about 65 Marine Corps Junior ROTC units or schools in that region.
Mm-hmm.
But across the nation, I think the number's about 265 Marine Corps Junior ROTCs. So,
Wow.
we're top 20% out of all the MCJRTCs across the nation.
We are so proud of that.
Yes,
I'm telling you, we are so very, very proud of that.
It just says a lot about the kids that we have in the program.
And it is based a lot on community service, is it not?
Yes, ma'am. Community service, events that we host, events that we participate in, things the kids get selected for, whether it be a scholarship or things of that nature. Everything just adds up to a formula. And then if you fit in, and Dayton has fit in the last 8 years in a row. So,
and that, to me, that's amazing because we've only been in this program 10 years. So out of 10, 8 out of the 10, y'all are award winning.
Absolutely. Gives a lot of credit to the former senior Marine instructor, Chief Roster Tash, and all the hard work he put into this.
And what y'all are continuing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm going to go with you right now because there is something that I've noticed at our home football games that is a little different than what we've had in the past. Y'all present colors, oh my gosh, everywhere. But you do that also on Friday nights at football games. But tell us, what have you added to that?
Yes, ma'am. We just added more kids from our program. We want them to be involved. Once again, the biggest thing that we're pushing for this year is involvement not only in the school but also in the community. So the best way I can see that we can do that is just line them up, get them in uniform, have some pride in our program, as well as being part of Dayton High School, and being part of Friday Night Lights. I mean, what better way to show off your kids than being out there at Friday Night Lights with all the other student body?
And I love that y'all also help with the parking. I mean, y'all do so much and support other programs. So I think that is awesome. But it just, I mean, all those kids lined up, all those cadets, not kids, excuse me, all the cadets that are lined up, it looks pretty impressive.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's awesome.
And it's all volunteer. It's all volunteer. We don't make them go out there. They want to be part out there. They want to go out there. We came up with the thing is we provide pizza for them. If you don't see us out there tailgating, you're more than welcome to join us. We're tailgating right out there behind the AP building and just playing music, eating pizza. They come and get pizza and eat with us, and then we go out there and perform and do our thing. So,
what kind of pizza are y'all serving?
Well, man, we're not rich. So we do the little Caesars,
there we go.
$7. Yeah, exactly. So, but they really enjoy it and they're having fun, and you can see how they take so much pride of just being out there. And these are the kids that are freshmen. They might not be able to do the competitions that we're going to, so we're making them part of our family.
See, I think that is so important that you feel and fulfill a void for a lot of our students. They need to feel involved and a part of something.
Yes,
and that's one of the things that we strive for in Dayton ISD is to have every child be involved in something.
Absolutely.
And so now a lot of your kids just are in ROTC, but you also share a lot of students.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you?
Absolutely.
Yes,
I've noticed since I've been here, band. We have a lot of kids in band. We have a few kids that are in football. We have kids in choir. We have kids in just
tennis,
cheerleading. And that's what we're trying to build on. Like I said, we're a family here. If you notice, we have our Twitter page, or used to be called Twitter, X page.
X page, right.
We put everything out there. And it's talking about every event that our kids are part of. Because we enjoy them being not just in our program, but in everything. Because if we get the kids involved more in school, then they're staying out of trouble.
That's right.
And that is our number one focus, making them outstanding citizens.
And, really, for two instructors, y'all do an awful lot of work outside of the 7 o'clock to 3 o'clock time frame.
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you for your time.
Oh, anytime.
And speaking of doing things outside, but this is actually going to be inside the school. Tell us a little bit about the upcoming Veterans Day celebration.
Yes, I'm very excited about the inaugural Veterans Day program that we're going to bring to the school on November 11th. It's just not just celebrating veterans, but educating our kids. And that's where the part that I think we don't see a lot of, where our kids are interacting with these veterans and seeing what they're about, how they brought freedom to us.
Absolutely.
And that's what we just want to say. Thank you for what you do. So it's going to start at 10:30 here at the school, but we expect the veterans to be here about 9:30.
At the Performing Arts Center.
At the Performing Arts Center, we're going to start off at the little gym right there, and we have a parade that we're looking at bringing them in. Yeah, it's going to be a great thing. Right now, we have about 40 veterans signed up.
Wow.
Our goal was 100, and we're working on it. We're going to get there. We are asking the kids to bring in veterans that they know, because that makes it part with them. And when we're done there, there's going to be an outstanding lunch on our community, the Dayton community. And we have Ms. Mays is a teacher here at Dayton, and her husband, I went to school with him at that other school.
Oh, that across the river school.
He was a freshman when I was a senior. And when we met together with Miss Johnson at our teachers' dinner, we just started talking. He goes, you know what? I would have a lot of volunteers to help out and serve your veterans. So they donated brisket, sausage, rice, and beans in order to feed 200 people that are going to be here.
That's great.
So that is, once again, it's the Dayton community coming together, working with Dayton High School in our district.
I love
to make us well run. Absolutely, yes, ma'am.
So, how can veterans become involved with this event?
I think it's a great thing. You bring in a group of veterans. A lot of us are looking at each other like, "Wow, you're a veteran. You're a veteran," and before you know it, you start to be like, "Hey, I know you, and the camaraderie that you learn, and the group becomes, it's a little bitty small group, but once we start noticing, it becomes just this large family, and we're just so happy to be around each other, right? So, like every summer, I go in June, I go on a fishing trip with a bunch of veterans, but that group gets bigger and bigger every year.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
neat.
one of those types of
Yeah.
things. It's just a big networking environment. So it's great.
I think that's awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
So if they want to become involved, who do they get in touch with? Who do they call?
We have a invitation that we put out there.
Okay.
Where we gave it to the kids. I'll be announcing it during the cafeteria during our lunch, or they can just send me an email at the school here. Just let me know. Our RSVP date on it says 1 November, but honestly, we could care less. We just want to make sure that if they want to come, send me a note. Let me know if they're going to bring a guest with them. We love it. The more the merrier,
Right.
and we're going to feed you afterwards.
So it doesn't necessarily mean a cadet is in the ROTC program that can bring a veteran. It's anybody from Dayton High School, right?
Yes, ma'am. Anybody.
Oh, that is awesome because, everybody has someone in their family, an uncle, a grandpa, or whatever, a cousin that is serving or has served.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're even going to allow, thank you, Miss Johnson, she's going to allow us, Principal Johnson.
There you go.
All right,
The other Johnson.
If a kid, a student,
Mhm.
brings a veteran,
Mhm.
they're allowed to go eat with them after the ceremony.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because once again, like I, explained it to her, was we're not just celebrating, we're educating. What better way to educate a kid by sitting down, breaking bread with the veteran, going, "What did you do when you served?" As you can see, you can never get us to shut up. So it's okay.
I love it.
We love talking about
love it.
our service and the things that we do and the camaraderie that he was talking about with each other.
Well, you talk about, the camaraderie, but something happened several years ago in the summertime, and y'all started applying, our cadets started applying for leadership.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, and talk about camaraderie and making new friends and really pushing our students to jump out there and become leaders in our nation. Tell us a little bit about that.
We had 12 cadets go to 6 different camps this summer. One obviously was the prestigious Flight Academy, the 2-month-long that Leanna Johnson went to.
Yes.
And then we had the other cadets, the other 11, they grouped up and went to numerous leadership with the Leadership Academy in Virginia and Missouri. Had a cyber camp where they learn
Ooh,
everything
wow.
cyber. And then we also had a STEM camp where they take this particular STEM camp. They took a drone that was made from a 3D printer. They learned 3D printing, but they also learned how to put that drone together from a 3D printer and fly that drone. So,
Oh my gosh.
but it also gives these kids, they go in groups of 2. Most of them have been on their first airplane ride. They get to go out of state. They get to be around a big group of other cadets from other schools across the nation. And it's like they almost have lifelong friends at that point.
Absolutely.
Boost their confidence through the roof. It's amazing to see when they come back.
So, gosh, I know probably some parents out there are going, that sounds amazing. How much does that cost the parents?
Cost the Dayton district $0.
Hear that? Zero.
$0. Headquarters Marine Corps covers everything from the flight to the academy, the food, everything. So it's zero cost to the parents. It's a great opportunity.
I have seen kids come back from those leadership camps and they're changed.
Yes.
They are more outgoing. I mean, and you can start to see those leadership skills being developed.
Yes,
And some of them, like you said, had never been on a plane, never been out of Liberty County.
exactly.
And I mean, that takes courage just to get out there and do that.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think that's amazing. So what other goals do you have for our students this year?
Well, like I said, I'm from Liberty County, and I came back here I want to give back to our community. So our biggest thing that we're pushing for is giving back to the community, serving our community, showing our kids how to serve our community, but as well as holding them accountable. Our kids need to be held accountable more, and that's part of our job. Is we're big on their grades. We're checking on their attitudes, their
Good.
behavior, because once again, our program's about making outstanding citizens. And what better way to do that is, like I said, here at this school, starting with yourself. Once you show that yourself that you can be successful, then you go out to your community. Like I tell the kids, don't work for Dayton, own Dayton. Be part of Dayton.
I like that.
But
Own
what
Dayton.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
like
it's
that.
ownership.
Yeah.
You have pride. I love our pep rallies. It's so good to see that small community again, and they're loud and they're having fun, And we just want to take it outside the doors of Dayton High School, and we want to share it with everybody else. And we, like I said, we do have some other things that are I'm keeping on the down low for right now because we're going to kick it off in January and February.
Oh, wonderful.
For our inspirational educators and everyone else here that I think our kids are going to really show a lot to.
So you're telling me that cadets and kids don't get into the program because they want to go into the military?
Absolutely not. They might have some interest in the military, and our goal is to make sure that they have a plan when they graduate high school.
No matter what.
If it's going to college, if it's the workforce, or if it's the military, what can we do to make you successful? I will go through FAFSA with them. I will help them fill out their applications. And we use their attendance and their grades as
Perfect.
a resume builder. Because once again, when you fill out your application, you can't put your mom and dad down on the application as a reference. Who is going to say that you're this type of kid? What does it better? Perfect attendance, good grades. That's the people that they want to
What
hire.
a great tip. Great tip, parents.
That's what we're looking at. That's what we're trying to push for our kids. They understand the importance of what they do at the school is going to carry forward in their future.
I love it. I love it. So I know that y'all are both very dedicated, and surely you've got some outside interests.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, besides your grandkids and kids, come on.
Okay, so I'm proud to say I just finished my 7th little league football coaching career. 7 years into it. That was my
Goodness.
hobby, coaching my son's football team. I'll obviously participate in coaching in the other ones, but I was really good at the football. It's kind of like a part-time job, it seemed at times. But that ended on Saturday. We had the best season I ever had as the head coach over there.
Wow, that's awesome.
And I love to hunt, a little bit of fishing, a little bit of woodworking.
Very good.
And of course, and then my favorite sports team that I like is the Houston Texans. I probably spend a little bit of too much time in front of the TV on Sundays after church.
That's all right.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all right.
So,
Okay. What about you, First Sergeant Garcia?
Texans.
There we go. No Cowboy fans out here. Okay.
No, we don't say that word now. Not in the kids know better not to say that word in our classroom.
Got it.
I'm
Got
just
it.
kidding. I love sports. As you see, I tell First Sergeant Matthews all the time, I love being here. I love watching our kids out here do this thing. This is what I do. This is what I enjoy. I love going to the football games. I love going to volleyball, basketball, anything that our kids are involved in. It sounds so crazy, but it's what I enjoy. But when I'm not here at the school and do these kind of things, you can find me on the golf course. I love playing golf. I love competition. So
Okay.
just playing golf, watching football, spending time with my family, or just spending time with my girlfriend.
There you go. You know, I'm going to say it's a small world because the first time I met you, it was really kind of funny because we were having a school board meeting and we were honoring a longtime Dayton teacher, Miss Kathy Harbor, and she was being inducted into the Dayton ISD Wall of Fame. And you were there that night to be introduced to the school board. And I went over and I visited with you. And what did you tell me that night about Miss Harbor?
She is the reason why I'm here. She is the reason why I'm here. She is that person when I was growing up in Liberty that I went over to her daughter's house, their house. I knew her daughter. I graduated with her daughter and her son, Clint, who was younger than us. But they made me feel at home. They made me feel wanted. And along with Miss Harbor, like I said, a buddy of mine, Donald Douglas, and his mom, just the community of Liberty County.
Thank you.
Made me feel good to be part of that. And I wanted to come back. So when the opportunity for Dayton came open, I love Alvin. I love where I came from. But something in my heart told me this is where I needed to be. And this is where I need to help out and serve my community. Because that's what we preach about all the time is serve your community, work for your community.
That's right.
What better way to come home and bleed purple now?
Yes,
So
I
there
like
we go.
bleeding purple. Here we go.
Exactly.
There we go.
Yes, ma'am. That is, I know we talk about it all the time. I love what I do and I love being here and it's been for fun. I don't know about for him, but for me, because like I said, It's amazing.
Well, I want to say thank you to both of y'all for your service while you were in the military, and also what you're doing for our students and our cadets and for our community. So thank you for being part of the program today.
Yes, ma'am.
And I wish you all the best. I hope we have the best kickoff for our Veterans Day celebration.
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you
right.
for supporting us.
Stay tuned for some reminders. So we have a lot of things that are going on. I cannot believe it's about to be November. Where has this first semester gone? But as you can see, there's several reminders, and some that I want to highlight, of course, our Veterans Day celebration, which is November the 11th. We are having a Dayton High School Career Day on November the 15th. If you would like to help, then get in touch with Miss Vonnie Anderson. She's our CATE coordinator for the district, and she's here at Dayton High School. And don't forget, Thanksgiving holidays are coming up, but before that, we will be serving our elementary wonderful, delicious Thanksgiving meals. One other thing, even though it's going to be in December, I want to go ahead and say mark your calendars, because our theatrical, our drama, our music department, our fine arts department they are working very, very hard on a brand new musical, and it's going to be December the 13th and the 14th. It's called Into the Woods Junior, and it is kind of a combination of some fairy tales. You'll see some interesting folks in some of the different fairy tales. So mark your calendars. And if you're interested, they're looking at having a fairy tale picnic December the 7th, the weekend before the production. So come out, meet some of the actors and actresses, and have some fun. So with that, let's turn to our parenting tips for this month. And it's about reading. Read every day with your kids. Ask them questions, open-ended questions, and make sure that your kids are not just reading, but make sure that they're writing. It's very important. They go hand in hand. Along with that, monitor their grades, their attendance, and their behavior. Continue to talk and have conversations about what's appropriate and what's inappropriate comments and behaviors. Guys and ladies, remember, we are a see something, say something. If your kids see anything, please have them tell an administrator, a teacher, what they see so that we can investigate. We want everybody to be safe. Character trait of this month coming up is generosity. So not only generosity, but I am grateful. I am grateful to our partnership that I have with our community and our families. Thank you for always supporting, always contributing, and always being a part of Dayton ISD. Until next time, this is Dr. J.